Hey guys, welcome to the Real Life Project, where we take a look at music videos, movie trailers, any other miscellaneous videos that are floating through the YouTube universe. In today's episode, we're gonna take a look at Linkin Park's "Easier to Run" from their Meteor album. That was the second album that came out in 2003. You know, Chester Bennington passed away last year. He from suicide. I don't get into the details and stuff like that, but it's a horrible occurrence, and he was a pillar of nu metal, and it's sad to see him go. But one of the songs people were talking about, "Easier to Run," it really explains everything. I follow Linkin Park and stuff like that. From what I know he had all the reports in the sense that he had got molested or got sexually abused as a younger person. I don't know if it's preteens or whatever, but I don't know the details of it. Just a lot of people said, and I think it was confirmed by him that he had that happened to him when he was younger. So that's just one of those things that kind of, mess with your psyche, and it never goes away, especially from a younger age. Historically, that's a thing that, that happens with a lot of people, and a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people say, well, why does stuff happen to certain people? Why does people, a lot of molestation and a lot of trauma kind of, it kind of changes people's perspective when they get older, especially, for example, like people that are sexually deviant and stuff like that, are promiscuous. A lot of times when you have I'm not saying that he's like that, I'm just saying historically and scientifically, when that happens to somebody, they really, they in their brain, that's the way it formed and when they were younger. So when that happens, they act out like that, and that's the only way they do, and you can never really recover from that. Sometimes, people turn out to be great, and they beat that thing. It's always there, but they're able to manipulate it and to pass it. But sometimes people just go through turmoil and inner turmoil and trouble. So it's just unfortunate that we lost a great musician in the process of all that. So like I said, I love Linkin Park. I'm glad they're still doing some stuff. I know Mike Shinoda is doing some stuff, so you guys look out for them to be doing some reactions to that. I think he had a new album come out, a solo album, so I'm going to take a look at that too. But all right, guys, this is "Easier to Run" from Linkin Park, and it's from their album Meteor. Like the guitar in. Like that crossboard synthesizers and stuff. Real quick, guys, just from that intro, you can kind of hear. I guess that's something that's that's just the words, the lyrics is explaining. He says easier to run, replacing the fear with something wrong, and instead of being here alone. So it's just going back to maybe that's what he was going. This is his lyrics, so this is what he was going through. So but like I wouldn't say what this song was like, because it'd have been different if he would have wrote this song like 5 months before it actually happened. But this song's been out since 2003, so it was just something that he wrote, and it was a stress reliever. But those things come back, and it's like it never goes away. So this is just probably explaining everything that he was going through, and it kind of just festered itself and got back to him, and he just couldn't handle it anymore. So let's get back to the reaction.
Something has been taken from deep inside of me. A secret I kept locked away, no one can ever see. Been so deep they never show, they never go away. Like moving pictures in my head, for years and years they've played.
If I could change, I would. Take up the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. If I could take all the shame to the grave, I would. If I could change, I would. Take up the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. I would take all my shame to the grave.
Man, you hear it, and it's like it's literally, it's giving me chills, because it's like you hear all the words that he's saying, and it's just like I can take all my shame to the grave, and it's like, well, look what we, it's kind of like, art meets reality. It's just like, it's eerie because everything that he is echoing in these lyrics is everything that transpired, and it's like, especially when he said, I had, this secret deep inside of me kept locked away, so no one else could ever see, and it's just like, you hear these lyrics, and it's like, oh, okay, like, and it's clear as day. It's like an account of all the personal demons and all this turmoil, inner turmoil that he's been fighting, and therapeutically he wrote it down in music, and that's sometimes a way to to get through this stuff, therapy, treatment, and stuff like that. But it's just hearing it come from him, and everything, especially with Mike Shinoda's part, taking everything to the grave. It's like literally that's what happened. So it's just kind of it's really eerie just to listen to this now and to hear everything. Now I understand when people say this song it just mirrors reality. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's just kind of hard listening to this and then realizing, oh yeah, that had really happened to Chester, and it's unfortunate. But let's get back into the rest of the song. Much easier to run, easier to go. Take your life.
Sometimes I remember the darkness of my past, bringing back these memories I wish I didn't have. Sometimes I think of letting go, never looking back.
Letting go.
And never moving forward, so there'd never be a path.
If I could change, I would. Take the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. If I could take all the shame to the grave, I would. If I could change, I would. Take back the pain, I would. Retrace every wrong move that I made, I would. If I could stand up and take the blame, I would. I would take all my shame to the grave. Just watching it.
The signature Linkin Park sound. Yeah, on the lighter, the song is tragic, and it's just really it gives you perspective on everything how everything transpired within the last year and a half, almost year and a half. So it just gives you perspective, and it's like well yeah, like everything he's saying is like what happened. But I don't want to be a dead horse. So on a lighter note, in terms of the musicality, it's very, I like that sound. It's that very Linkin Park, nu metal, that very cool instrumentation sound. Musically, in terms of it's always good when when you had Chester and Mike going back and forth, feeding off each other in a song. That was always good. And just to have this is one of their songs that it really didn't have to instrumentate, the turntables and stuff like that. This is kind of just, a straightforward, Linkin Park ballad without having all that stuff. That's what they specialize in, having different instrumentation and stuff like that, and DJ the turntables and stuff. But this one is just straightforward. It's a really really powerful song. Now that you're able to take step back and see everything, and then listen to the song, and then be like, okay, this all makes sense now. But this is a great song. it's just sad just listening to it and just really thinking about it after really processing. Now it's like, man, I didn't, it make perfect sense. So rest in peace, Chester Bennington. I pray for all of his family. Love Linkin Park. Kind of like didn't really listen to him. Knew what stuff, but I still love the band. Me growing up and listening to them, that was a huge thing for me. That's one of the bands I was introduced with, along with others like Korn and POD and other classical bands like Metallica and Black Sabbath and stuff. But those are like the few bands that I kind of got into. Then I started getting into all the other bands. So, but great reaction, guys. Hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys and have an excellent day. Thank you guys for watching. Right here, click the subscribe button. Right here. Watch these 2 videos right here. If you guys missed out on these 2 videos, are the last 2 videos I posted. Thank you and have a good day.